What's up, my fellow YouTubers, reptile freaks? I think I've done a video on this little round pen I made for the rabbits, but basically I took an old pool, above ground pool frame, and added a fence railing, or the top rail, along the bottom edge of this pool frame to stabilize the legs in the bottom, and then I wrapped it with these wall panels I got from my neighbor. He's like a sheet metal worker, ornamental sheet metal worker. And then I added a little door or a gate that's got a magnetic latch, like I've done on some of the rabbit pens. But got quite a few rabbits in here. There's a few of these I'm going to keep. I think one of the ones I'm going to keep, just because I like them, is that little, you can barely see him back there. Oh, there he is. It's a, what do they call him, a lion head. And then I have a couple Flemish giant males in here. There's one of them back there. I've got two of them. Anyway, the pool diameter, it's about 14 feet wide inside. For time being, I have some of these decking panels, steel deck panels or roofing panels. I just leaned up against the side, made a lean-to for them. And then I've also taken a couple 55-gallon barrels, or one 55-gallon barrel, cut it in half and put a hole in it. I think it's like a 6-inch diameter hole, kind of big. I could probably go with a smaller hole, and I've got a couple of feeders, rabbit feeders that I've put. I get the wire mesh on the bottom where the food comes out at, but I added these little extensions on there for them to where I can pretty much triple the amount of food I can put into the hopper. So I do want to make these feeders a little bit larger. Here, these feeders hold about 8 pounds of food, 8 or so pounds of food each, and they'll go through this food in 2 days. So I'm going to make the feeders a little bit larger, maybe put extensions on them. And then also for watering, like the rest of my rabbit pens, I've got an automatic watering system, and I'm using monoflow pig feeders. So the rabbit they'll bite this. It's like a rodent drinking valve, and I've got this where it's on a continuous loop, to where there's a regulator that adds water to the system, and then there's a pump, like a hot water circulating pump, a 300 watt inline aquarium heater. So the water, I've got a couple thermostats on it, so the water, once the temperature drops to around 50 degrees, I think that's what I have it set at, the thermostat closes and turns the pump on, and it turns the water heater on, and circulates the water. Now throughout the entire system, I've got a hose. It's 1/2-inch PEX line that I've wrapped, insulated with pool noodles, and then I put tape around the outside to add extra layer of protection. But like I said in one of my previous videos, I want to try to get away from the conventional, like commercial style keeping rabbits, where they're in wire cages and wire hutches. It's going to be difficult to do that, but my intentions are with this round pen is to let me step inside here. All the rabbits that I produce, once they're weaned, I want to be able to keep them inside this round pen. And eventually I'd like to do like a larger area for my breeder rabbits. So right now I have about 18 breeder does, and I have 6 bucks. They're all getting wound up. They weren't doing this earlier. So I'd like to keep the rabbits in larger areas, but as far as breeding wise, when you're trying to breed on a larger scale, breeding rabbits, it's hard. It's going to be difficult to keep like all your does and bucks in one giant area, just because the males can and tend to fight, as well as the females. The females will get pretty, they can get agitated and pretty defensive when they have babies, or when they're nearing, or when they're pregnant. But so like the majority of these rabbits I'm going to use for snake feeders, with the exception of like that Flemish giant. I'm going to keep him, and there's the other Flemish, and that golden lion head. And then I have 6 bucks, breeder buck. I'm probably going to pick one of these nicer males. Let's see, that one right there. Those are pretty beefy. I don't know what kind of rabbit it is, but they're pretty beefy. Him, or maybe just a New Zealand white. There's one of the holes I dug. That hole goes in like who knows how deep now. I can't even see the end of the hole. The only problem with that is I've got to be careful. Usually at least once a day I'll check to make sure they're not digging out. You know, I'll use these rabbits for my feeders, and then I have around 49 babies that are about 2 weeks old right now. So once those are to a wean size, I'm probably going to go ahead and euthanize and feed most of these rabbits, with the exception of like maybe 2 or 3, and make room for the younger ones. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.